Chapter 2, Episode 4. Sally, now that she was sitting in a bus with little to do, was aware of her body. She touched her tit for a minute to wonder about it. A bit sore. It felt real, just not like hers. So she was still holding her tit, trying to understand it and feel familiar with it, when she thought about something she heard from adults. Among other adults. Puberty is hell. If that was true, she had her hell years cut out of her life. She smiled. That would be something Billy might think up. Billy was her age before going to the clinic. He was at the very start of puberty. He would have to go through it. But he was a guy. They didn't change much, unless they got stupider. Billy was too smart already. He was sleeping against her other tit, Sally's little brother. Heart, liver, lungs, brain. She tried to remember what they had told her. They had explained that she was still her old self, but not the same as she was. All things would get better. And things would get better. They already were much better. Just give it a little time. What would her mother say if she could see her? She wouldn't believe her. How could she? Sally was Sally and didn't believe it. Her mother would think the strange woman who said she was Sally had killed Sally and was coming to torment her, ruin her day. Can't you leave me in peace? Sally smiled at the idea of freaking out her mother. Silly goose. Sally would tell her mother things only Sally could have told her. One cigarette would join the many others in the overfilled ashtray, and she would light another and have another sip of her wine. Sally wasn't going to see her mother again. She was of little interest. Sally and Billy would have to figure it out. Sally would have to play the older sister and get a job, unless they could live in the woods. Playing older sister or mother was fun when the game didn't include survival. What the hell were they doing? Sally tried not to worry about making sense and concentrated on the world going by the bus window. They had decided on Canada. They were on their way and getting close. They decided they must have been off the bus before every police force was advised of potential danger of terrorists. A young woman and her little brother. They were somewhere in the northwest. Being in a totalitarian military dictatorship isn't so bad if you are a nobody that says and does nothing to cause any element of alarm. Watch TV, go to work, pay taxes, buy Chinese products with American branding. Sally? If you are tagged as the enemy, you are well fucked. What the hell? Where the hell do you hide? Off grid. Oh. So they pissed off north to find the border to the wilderness. Billy had been smart enough to steal a nice jackknife out of an open car, and Sally had stolen 12 candy bars from a gas station where they had gone to buy a map. They stole that too while the attendant was making a sandwich for a truck driver. The truck driver was a married, somewhat chubby Puerto Rican woman. Otherwise, the truck driver would have been a stereotypical beer-belly-toting dimwit that would have made rude conversation with Sally, and then Billy would have to steal the candy bars. Billy stole the lighter. Won't be long now. What are you gonna do? Fuck if I know. I've driven rig my whole life. The bloody robots are taking all our jobs. Billy watched the two in conversation. He knew what they were talking about. Not real robots, smart trucks. He knew that from school. Smart everything was coming. Robot delivery was coming. He didn't remember anything before that. He knew there were people that did. His mother was one of them. She didn't have a smart device when she was 6. That's fascinating. Did you have toilets? Fuck off, Billy, and go play with your girlfriend. Sally and Billy stole some rope and a big tarp. That would be enough until they got to Canada. There were berries in the woods. They could find a way to catch fish.